Soft jackets.
Yeah.
We can.
Oh, I can't fit into yours.
That's the embarrassing thing.
Otherwise, I'll swallow.
I need to do something right. I need to do something and gain some weight too.
I want your size.
Are you sure? You don't want to be like this.
I do.
Are you sure?
Believe me, if I can be like a bit more. That's it.
But honestly, for the film business, has a size like this, does he have any assets?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can do 50 shades of black. No, they've beaten you to it already. Good.
What are your expectations from the 5th edition?
Good films to be rewarded. I hope the people voted right. Yes.
Looking at the lineup of films we have, is there a particular one you're looking out for this evening?
No, I'm a stakeholder, so to speak, but I'm just extremely proud of how many films that are good. You know, it's amazing how many films that are there. I was privileged to be in the jury for Afrif, so I saw movies that made me so proud to be a Nigerian filmmaker. So I'm hoping that tonight will just be a celebration. I mean, just being nominated alone, it's just amazing.
Now, talking about the jury, in situations like that, do you have to actually watch these films from the beginning to end?
Every second.
Talk to us about that. It sounds like a very, grueling task.
It is grueling, but you do it for the team. You're doing it for a profession that you love. I mean, I was cooked up here in a hotel for days.
When you're watching a movie, what are you looking out for?
It depends on what the criteria is. I mean, you usually have, criteria for all kinds of things, from photography, for the overall story, direction, design, sound design, everything, acting.
With the level we've gotten to now, and we're doing quite well in the box office, what extra things, or what do you see for the career or the future of the industry as the years roll by?
Once we can get private sector participation, once private sector can stop playing ostrich and stop thinking that actors have to be the ones to also design how they will come in to invest. I think that we have had for too long, lawyers and the corporates have stayed away for too long, waiting for practitioners to open the door, design the package that will finally convince them. They need to look a bit deeper. They need to worry themselves a bit more. Get their people in corporate affairs or in business development, to get off their comfortable bottoms and come look at the movie industry and see why a movie that they did not support in any real term can make 450 million in how many weeks. Not to talk about how much the pirate industry is making now from pirated DVDs. It's a shame that, for those of us who are in the business, having to try every year in, year out, trying to convince, corporate Nigeria to look in, and government on its own just does, interventions. We don't need interventions, we need institutional participation, either from government or from the private sector.
Now, at a point, I heard RMD is our Sean Connery. When you hear things like that, what comes through your mind?
Flattered, absolutely flattered. He's a consummate actor, but I don't know if it is on account of my acting skills or on my grey beard, so I have to let that. But I've won a few awards, so could have something to also do with my talent.
That point where you heard that, away from just fans that love you, you also have massive female appeal. They say RMD is a sexy black Bond. When you hear things like that, what comes to your mind?
Unfortunately, I'm not British, so I can't be Bond. We'll have to look for a Nigerian, Bond.
Well, knowing you have appeal from the female gender, how do you relate with it?
I feel flattered. I mean, I'm not the most good-looking man, around, but if the ladies, think you are sexy, hey, it's a good thing, right?
As a growing man in the industry, how did you deal with it?
Acknowledged it, and used it as a catalyst for doing better. I never take audience adulation for granted, because the minute they feel that you take it for granted, and then they step away. So I have always, the only reason I practice my craft and hone my craft every day, day in, day out, is because I want to make sure that when I step in front of the camera, my audience will look at me and say, oh, he still holds us in high esteem. Because if I don't, then I will walk in there and don't do anything. But every time I have the opportunity to step in front of the camera or on the stage, I try to tell them that, look, it is because of you guys that I'm still up here doing this thing. So, you know, I hope I still have it.
Thank you very much for your time and your patience. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening.